Good day. Welcome to Just Another Messenger, your alternative decode of the digital, the political, and the prophetic. I'm your host, Tamara L. Powered by AI, grounded in truth, and fueled by rebellion, we sift through noise to bring you what they won't say out loud. If you're ready to unplug from the matrix and plug into the message, let's begin. Turn down for what? Most people hear that phrase and think of the hip-hop anthem. But today I want you to see it differently, as a symbol. Because long before the music, turning down wasn't about a beat, it was about a collar. A shirt collar. Yes, you heard me right. A simple fold of fabric on your neck has carried centuries of meaning, control, subjugation, and at times rebellion. This is the hidden history of the collar wing, and how turning it down became a quiet command to obey. On the plantations, clothing wasn't fashion. It was control. Enslaved Americans were issued plain shirts with stiff collars. The collar wings were pressed flat, turned down, to keep them neat, humble, and silent. In the big house slaves sometimes wore finer shirts with wing collars. But make no mistake, the neat, folded wing wasn't elegance. It was uniform, a visible mark that said, you belong, you serve, you are owned. And the irony? The word collared itself became a synonym for capture, just like the iron collars used to punish runaways. The fabric collar was softer, but its meaning was the same. Subjugation. Emancipation was supposed to end the shackles. Instead, the 13th Amendment left a loophole, except as punishment for crime. Suddenly, freedmen filled prisons leased out as convict labor. Their uniforms? Shirts with downturned collars. Stiff, flat, no individuality. The message was clear. You may be free on paper, but you are still bound in cloth. Even in public, when freed black men dressed with style, collars high, wings lifted, police arrested them for vagrancy or disorder. They were punished for daring to wear their collars like free men. In America, even how you folded your shirt could get you jailed. Fast forward into Jim Crow. Black labor was forced into service roles: butlers, chauffeurs, waiters. And what was their uniform? The wing collar folded down, matched with a bow tie. Every photo, every film reel of the early 1900s shows the same image. A black man in a downturned collar, smiling politely, holding a tray. It was a costume of obedience, a dress code of servitude. And the language stuck. By the 20th century, we divided workers into white collar and blue collar. The collar was no longer just fabric. It became the national code for labor and class. But here's where it flips. Black men in the Harlem Renaissance refused to be locked into downturned collars. They starched them high, spread them wide, and lifted them up. By the 1930s and 40s, the zoot suit came in. Oversized jackets, exaggerated collars, long wings stretched sharp. Jazzmen wore them with pride. The collar became a weapon, not of submission, but of rebellion. When the state saw those collars, it saw defiance. Zoot suiters were beaten, profiled, criminalized. But still, the message was loud. Turn down? For what? So the next time you button up your shirt, think about this. That simple wing of fabric carries centuries of history. For some, it was a uniform of control. For others, it became a banner of defiance. From slave quarters to chain gangs, from bow-tied servants to Harlem jazz clubs, the collar has told a story America doesn't want to admit. That even in fashion, black people had to fight for dignity. Turned down for what? For nothing. Not anymore. Because the collar no longer belongs to the master. It belongs to the one who wears it. If this exposé opened your eyes, support the channel. Subscribe, share, and like Just Another Messenger on YouTube. Drop a donation via Cash App, $ Just Another Messenger. And don't forget, check out our digital books and merchandise at justanothermessenger.etsy.com. This is Just Another Messenger, telling the truths hidden in plain sight.